Very pleased today to be in the Airborne and Special Operations Museum here in Fayetteville, and thank you so much for having us here today. For those who haven't made the trip to Fayetteville to see this amazing display that's around us, tell them what they're going to see when they come in.
Well, basically what they're going to see is the history of the U.S. Army Airborne and Special Operations troops from 1940 when they were first organized up until present day, because our storyline keeps on moving along.
Now, you can hear the sounds around us as we're talking. That's part of the atmosphere here. As you walk in the museum, you feel like you're part of the war zone in times.
Yes, well, that's something that we really wanted to impart here to our visitors, is to get a feel for what our soldiers may have experienced during their careers, their combat careers, to be more exact. And to be able to put the artifacts in a context, like here we sit in Normandy in a Norman village, and you see items, uniforms that were used during the D-Day invasion, weapons, things like that. It just makes it that much more powerful, I believe, when you put them in a historical context.
And you can walk by. There's parachutes you can touch. You can look up, and there's a plane up in the sky, which is pretty impressive, by the way, to be able to see this plane that we're sitting underneath.
Oh, yes.
Having all these artifacts all under one roof. It doesn't feel like this building should be big enough.
No, it's certainly, we are certainly busting at the seams. And in the next few years, 3, 4, 5 years, we're going to go through not a physical expansion of our footprint, but a reconfiguration of our gallery so we can tell more stories. Because as I said, our mission is U.S. Army Airborne and Special Operations Troops, 1940 to the present. Well, the present keeps on happening, so how do we tell those stories? And we have dozens and dozens of artifacts that still haven't seen the light of day from current operations, and we need to tell those stories. So our visitors in the future will see those stories being told.
I know it honors the troops through the different wars here inside, but even outside, there's honors of different troops, even the canine troops that are part of it.
Yes, our foundation, which helps support the museum, they have a paver program, monument program, where people can purchase these monuments to honor a loved one or a whole unit, or in the case of the Canine Memorial, they worked with the Canine Foundation to be able to create that memorial. And from what I understand, it is the only one in the world. And it really tells an important story, I think. People forget about our canine soldiers and what they do. It's pretty incredible, some of the things that they can do. And when we do our upgrade of the museum, we're going to be telling their stories as well.
Part of the honor system here too is when you drive by certain times of year, all the flags out front that are out on the lot as well. Talk about how important it is to continue to honor those that served.
Well, it's just when you see that, when you see a field of American flags in the backdrop with Iron Mike in the museum, I mean, it really hit. I've been here for over 7 years, and I've seen it for 7 years, and I still get moved by that experience. And visitors can come in during this time, starting, I don't have the exact date on this, but in May, where they can purchase flags to be put on the field of honor for a loved one who is currently serving, who has served. And it's just a very touching show of patriotism and an appreciation for what our soldiers do for us. And during that same time, we're going to have an exhibit on U.S. flags in our collection that have important stories to tell. We have flags that were liberated from POW camps that were carried in battle in the Gulf War. We have, it's not in our collection, but a very special fragment of a flag that we're getting for this exhibit from the Star Spangled Banner Flag House in Baltimore, Maryland, where Mary Pickersgill made the actual Star Spangled Banner that flew over Fort McHenry in 1814. They are loaning us a fragment of that flag for the exhibit, and we're pretty excited about having that honor to show that Army flag, because Fort McHenry was an Army garrison at the time.